Hey, make sure to buy some chocolate cake for me for dessert tonight. Got it?
But I just finished at the store. I'm already driving home right now.
Well, then I guess that settles it, doesn't it? You and I are getting divorced.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I'm out of the house right now, so make sure that you send out the divorce papers for me while I'm gone.
Wait, what are you talking about? You can't just bring up divorce like this all of a sudden. What is all this about?
Well, it's all your fault. Maybe you should have learned to be a better cook and actually take care of me.
What are you even saying? I just can't understand.
And not only is your cooking nasty, but you've been serving me less and less. I have had it with you. I don't have any more patience for this kind of nonsense.
But I was doing it all for you. I didn't mean to upset you with my cooking.
If you were really doing it for me, then you would have at least let me eat as much as I want. Are you forgetting which of us here actually has a job and works?
Please don't talk to me like this. It isn't fair.
Well, then you should have bought me that cake as soon as I asked for it. I literally tried to give you a chance, and you just whined about how it makes your drive home longer.
Well, what if I turn around now and go buy your cake? Will that fix all of this?
It is way too late for any of that now. It's not just about the food. I have so many other different problems with you, you know? I just can't stand living with you any longer. I am sick of you.
But I don't get it. Where is all this coming from? What did I do?
You're a housewife, and yet you are constantly slacking off on everything. You're useless.
I'm sorry. I really didn't think that I was letting the house get that bad. I thought I've been working really hard.
Well, how many times have I had to ask you to make sure that there is always booze and some snacks in the house for me? And yet there is never enough. You are too lazy to buy enough for me.
I'm so sorry. You know that everything I do it so that I can be with you, right?
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. I am sick of it. You do know that I'm your husband, don't you?
Of course I do. How could you even ask that? You're the most important thing in my entire life.
Well, it sure doesn't seem that way to me most days. You ought to be worshiping the ground that I walk on. I want you to make sure that the house is full of snacks that I like from now on. I want only my favorite food for every meal. If you can't at least do that, then you really are just useless.
Please, don't you think all that is just a bit too much?
How can you say that to me when I'm the one coming home tired from work every day? All I ask is that you keep the house clean, do all of the shopping, and cook for me. Is it really so much?
But I do all of that. I've never once asked you to help me with the housework.
And I'm supposed to be grateful for you doing the bare minimum? Besides, you have definitely asked me to clear the table.
I'm sorry. I really didn't think that was such a big ask, and I only asked you because you had your stuff all over it.
You see, you're making more excuses again. You always try and make me do all of the chores around the house. Well, since I'm already doing everything by myself, what is the point of having you around?
Please don't act like this.
Listen, you are my wife. The only job you have is to do whatever I ask of you. Do you understand? Get that through your thick skull already.
Can't we just meet in person and talk about this? I really don't want to get things mixed up over text, and I think it would be better that way.
There is no need to talk about this. I've already decided that you and I are getting divorced, and that is that.
But I have something that I really need you to hear, and I think it's best that we talk about it in person. I really think it would help.
Man, you're persistent. Just do as I say and get the divorce papers already. I don't want to hear another word out of you until you do.
Trent, please, just listen to me for once. My name is Kelly, and I am 33-year-old housewife. I have been married to my husband, Trent, for 8 years. I always thought that I was doing all that I could to be there for him, so when he asked me for a divorce, I was quite shocked. After that, he started ignoring my messages and refused to talk to me in person about anything. I really wasn't sure what to do. Was he being serious about the divorce? I worried about it for a whole week. That was when I got a message that I never expected.
Hi there, I just wanted to let you know that your husband is mine now, so hurry up and send off those divorce papers, okay?
Excuse me, but who is this and what are you talking about?
Are you stupid or something? Just think about it for a moment and I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. I'm Trent's girlfriend. Of course, name is Vicky.
His girlfriend?
That's right. I wish I could be his wife, but that can't happen until you two are finally divorced.
So then, you and Trent have been having an affair behind my back? Is that what you're saying?
Don't use words like affair. Trent and I are just soulmates that have finally found each other. We just didn't get to each other in time to marry, it seems.
I see. So then how long have you and Trent been together?
We've been dating since a year ago. In fact, we're even living together now. And in that time, he's told me all about you.
Has he now? And what has he told you?
He told me all about how even though you spend all day at home, you never do any of the housework. So unlike you, I plan on treating him with the respect he deserves. I won't cook him nasty food like you always do.
I do all of the housework, though.
That's not what Trent told me. Anyway, I'll make sure to cook him the best meals around and as much as he wants. I'm going to be that exact opposite of you. That is, a good wife.
And just what have you been feeding Trent while you two have been together?
I've been making him whatever he wants. Something you don't seem to be capable of. Homemade fried chicken by the bucketful. And for dessert, I always make sure to have some chocolate cake or cupcakes ready for him.
And you think those are things that I'm just incapable of cooking?
Well, it's the truth, isn't it? I know that you're a terrible cook. That's why he chose me. And that's why he's so thankful every time I cook for him. So that is why I need you to sign those divorce papers.
Hold on for just a second. You can't just expect me to do what you say.
I have been waiting so long to marry this man, and you are the only thing standing in our way. We want to go and get married today, so just get out of our way.
You two want to get married today?
That's right. This is the day that the two of you started dating. So Trent thought it would be the perfect day to get married. It has to be today.
Is that the only reason you want to do it today?
That's right. We need to make sure that you know this is all your fault.
This is all really sudden and really ridiculous. Either way, I just won't be able to get all the paperwork done today.
You can't cook for your husband. You can't sign paperwork. You can't do anything, apparently. You're a useless woman who can't even take care of your husband. That's why you need to divorce him right away. Why do you want to make Trent suffer even more?
I don't want to make Trent suffer at all. That isn't fair.
Well, if that's the case, then divorce him now. Pay him his alimony and be done with it.
Oh, wait. You think I'm going to have to pay him alimony? How do you see that working?
Do you really not know anything about how this works? You weren't able to satisfy your husband, so this is all your fault, and you'll have to pay.
I don't really think that a reason like that would hold up in court.
And that is why you're a useless wife. And everyone knows that the person at fault is the one that has to pay. It's just how these things go.
That's not how these things go at all. Plus, even if it was, Trent was the one who cheated on me. Wouldn't he have to pay me instead?
I told you it wasn't an affair. He did it out of true love, so make sure that you pay him child support as well.
Child support? What are you talking about? We don't have a kid.
I know you don't. I'm talking about Trent's kid that I am holding inside of me right now. We'll need even more money from you now.
Wait, Trent got you pregnant? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Are you really that surprised? I'm pregnant with Trent's child and there's nothing you can do about it.
I was a fool for ever trusting that man. I can see that now.
Well, now that you realize that, the best move for you is to divorce him. That's really all that matters. And pay the child support.
And just why should I have to pay child support for a kid that isn't even mine?
Wow, Trent was right. You are really good at trying to get out of your responsibilities. Here you go, doing it again. Or maybe you're just jealous because you could never have a kid.
That's not it at all. Please don't be ridiculous.
I mean, I know that you can't have kids, but if you think that that is going to get you out of paying child support, you have another thing coming.
You're acting like a child yourself right now. You realize that, right?
Name calling will get you nowhere, you barren old hag. We'll even let you raise the kid if you want.
What are you talking about now?
I mean, it isn't like you have much else going on in your life, right? You can't do anything else, right? The least you can do is try to take care of our kid. We'll even hire you as our live-in maid, but we won't pay you.
Do you even realize what you're saying right now?
Of course I do. I'm making you take responsibility for all the things that you've done to Trent over the years. I'm setting up our happy future together.
Do you not even want the kid you have right now? You don't even want to raise it yourself?
I'm sure the kid will be cute and stuff, but I don't want to go through the hassle of having to raise it. That would just be a giant pain for me.
How can you say that? Why bother having a kid if you don't want to play any part in its life?
Well, that is why I'm suggesting that you raise it for us. I've already thought of that.
Well, then the answer from me is no. I don't care how cute the child is. I am not going to be part of this sick little game that you've set up.
So then you're just going to abandon this child? Don't you have any pity in your heart? All right then. I guess we'll just have to settle with taking all your money from you instead.
You are the one trying to abandon your child. And I am not going to be paying you a single cent, so you can forget about that too.
Don't get so uppity with me. You have no right to turn us down. Just who do you think you are?
I am not getting uppity, and I certainly have no duty or obligation to pay either of you anything.
Are you sure you want to go down this path? You realize that we'll have no other choice but to bring in a lawyer then.
You really think a lawyer would take a case like this?
Of course they will. We'll hire the most elite lawyer in town and force you to pay us. We're going to leave you a penniless maid that no one would ever hire. You'll be completely destroyed once we're done with you.
And you really think that you're going to win if you go through with this?
Well, no duh. You're not giving us any other choice but to make you pay. If you had just agreed to hand over the money, then things might have been different.
All right, fine then. Let's get this divorce moving then.
Oh, good. I'm so happy that you finally started to see reason. I was ready to tear you apart, but I guess I can let you go now.
Whatever, but you do know that Trent is a late-state diabetic, right? I'm sure that you will do all you can to help him with his condition.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I mean that I was working so hard to try and help him manage his disease, but I am relieved to see that he'll be with someone who cares about him so deeply. I'm sure you'll do the best you can.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean he has diabetes?
Oh, did Trent not mention that to you? He's had the condition all his life, but in the past few years, it's gotten much, much worse.
Gotten worse? How so? What are you talking about?
Well, not only does his body have trouble managing its insulin, but he recently has been developing some kidney problems too. I mean, you've seen how much the man drinks, right?
Of course I have. Just last night, he drank about 10 beers, and he always drinks a lot whenever we go out to eat.
Yeah, that sounds just like Trent. Last I heard, his various conditions were starting to affect his other organs as well, places like his lungs and heart. I really don't know how much longer he has.
No, that's a lie. He always seems so healthy to me. You're lying to me.
I have no reason to lie, though. I was always trying to help him watch what he was eating, but he never took the doctor's order seriously. The doctors gave some really serious warnings that his body was reaching its limits.
His body is reaching its limits? So that's why you were managing the food you were giving him so strictly?
Of course. I was worried about his health and was only doing what the doctor recommended that I do to help save Trent's life.
But he didn't tell me anything about this.
That also sounds like Trent. He never took his condition or the medical advice seriously. I've gotten used to it, though, and try to help him through it anyways.
You're really starting to annoy me with the goody two-shoes act, you know that? You think you can care about him more than I do?
That's not what I'm trying to say. But I used to be a nurse before marrying Trent and used to see many patients just like him, so I'm just used to it, I guess.
Wait, you used to be a nurse?
That's right. That's why I didn't really mind putting in the effort to help him, but Trent is not the easiest patient or person to deal with.
Wait, no, hold on. If this is all true, then I don't want to marry him after all.
Oh no, really? But what happened? I thought that you two were soulmates.
No, I have to break up with him. Otherwise, I'll be the one having to take care of him all this time, right? Change of plans. Don't bother sending out the divorce papers.
Oh, you should have said that to me earlier. I already submitted them.
Wait, you did what? What is the matter with you? Whatever, it's fine. At least we can both be free from this guy and just live our lives.
But aren't you guys getting married today?
No, wait, is that happening?
But I heard you already signed the marriage certificate. Is that wrong?
No, that's right. And I told him that I was ready for him to submit the papers at any time. But why do you know that?
I bumped into Trent at the courthouse there. He had signed marriage papers in his hand. He was laughing about how he was going to go from divorced to remarried all in the space of a single day.
You're kidding me, right?
I'm afraid not. I guess I should tell you congratulations on your marriage, huh?
No, I don't believe this. This can't be happening.
Most people are a little happier on their wedding day.
This is nothing to be happy about. I can't be married to a guy like this. I'll have to divorce him as soon as I can.
That seems a little hasty, don't you think? Well, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to make sure that you two pay me what I'm owed. You can count on that.
What? You can't be serious, right?
Of course I am. You two were cheating on me behind my back, after all.
Well, then you should be happy to be rid of him, right? You should be thanking me for taking him off your hands.
Oh, trust me, I am thankful. Very much so. But that is a whole different matter, legally. Anyways, I'm going to go and find a lawyer now.
Wait, please don't do this. I'm so sorry for everything that I did. Just please forgive me.
I'm afraid that was far too late for this. Anyways, you will be hearing from me and my lawyer soon, so I will talk to you then.
Please don't do this. I'm so sorry. You have to help me. I can't do this all on my own.
I ignored all of Vicky's texts to me after that, and I hired a trusty lawyer who got me everything I was owed in the divorce. Trent cried and screamed the whole time, but in the end, he paid up. I blocked the two of them on everything after that. Not long after that, Trent's parents came to apologize to me, and they told me that they had disinherited him. All of our mutual friends cut Trent off. In fact, I even heard Trent's old friends and their family members decided to cut him off as well. It wasn't long after that Vicky tried to divorce Trent, but he, of course, refused to sign any papers. His condition only worsened, and soon he wasn't even able to work. Vicky had to begin to pay for everything for the two of them. They fought often, and rumors spread all over their neighborhood. I ended up returning to my nursing job not long after the divorce. It feels like I've regained control of my life, and I couldn't be happier with my situation. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Wow, all of this art is so fascinating. I've never seen such a big selection of talented pieces. Yeah, man, this is great. And to think this is all just unknown artists. The quality of work is pretty astounding. Honestly, I had no idea I would enjoy art this much. Usually, I just don't get it. I'm the same way sometimes. For a while, I hated coming to places like this because they are always too pretentious. One time I saw a urinal in the middle of the exhibit and it was labeled fountain. Like, seriously? That's art? Yeah, man, I get that. Some artists are just whack jobs with no real talent. I heard a conspiracy theory that the buying and selling art is just a money laundering scheme, especially for the Illuminati. Yeah, I don't know about all of that nonsense, but at least I can enjoy it now. Whoa, take a look at this painting. I've never seen something like this before. The colors are incredible. Look at the way they all blend in with one another. I feel like this is telling a story or something.
Oh, do you like this painting?
Yeah, it's amazing. I could stare at it all day. I wish I knew who the artist was so I could thank them.
Actually, I'm the one who made it. My name is Natalie. Nice to meet you.
Wow, you're incredible. It's really great to meet you. My name is Johnny. This is my buddy Derek. Nice to meet ya. You're really talented.
Thanks so much. I'm pretty critical of my work and don't think I'm anything special, especially compared to the other pieces in the exhibit. But thank you so much for your kind words.
No way. This is by far the best one I've seen. Could you tell me more about it?
Well, the composition of it is representative of my struggle of being an artist. I tried to represent the balance between staying true to myself and doing what I love, but also knowing there is a chance I might have to give it up someday to find a real job. That's also the way I chose the colors to use. If you see, the brighter colors are more organized, but the darker ones are pretty messy. It's to show I want to focus my life on painting and show resentment about having to maybe give it up.
That is one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. It's one thing to have thoughts like that, but to be able to express them the way you did is pure genius.
I really appreciate you saying that.
Hey, I know this is kind of sudden and feel free to decline, but would you mind meeting up with me sometime to talk more about art? I really just started getting into it and would love to hear more from a talented artist's perspective. Want to go get coffee sometime?
Sure. I always love talking about art. Here's my number. Call me up anytime.
Will do. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Anyway, I gotta go talk to the exhibition director. Talk to you again soon.
Dude, you're the man! You just hit a home run! Talented and cute. What a win. Mark my words, one day I'm going to marry that girl.
Mom, it finally happened! Johnny proposed to me.
Oh my gosh, that's great. I'm so happy for you. Tell me all about it.
It was the most romantic proposal of all time! It started with us going out to my favorite restaurant. After that, he said he wanted to go to a local art gallery, but he rented the place out completely. We were the only ones there. We got to spend as much time as we wanted looking at all the different pieces. At the end, there were a ton of candles all shaped in a heart with one of my drawings in the middle. As soon as I saw it, I knew he was going to propose to me. I turned around and he was already down on one knee and asked me to marry him.
How romantic. He must really love you if he went through all that trouble to propose to you. You did say yes, didn't you? You'd be a fool not to.
Of course I said yes. There's no reason on earth for me to say no. Even if he proposed to me in a McDonald's parking lot, I still would have said yes. He has been the best thing to ever happen to me. Ever since we started dating, he's been so supportive in my art and the career in design. Not to mention he's such a hard worker himself. He's built up his career and become so successful.
It sounds like you really picked a winner. You better thank God a guy like that is into you.
Mom, come on. I think I'm a pretty good catch.
Of course you are, honey. I was just joking. So now what? Are you going to start looking at wedding venues or make a guest list? Or maybe it's too early to think about any of that.
Just out of curiosity, I was already looking at a couple wedding venues even before he proposed. Plus, I've had some friends get married recently, so I'm starting to get an idea of what kind of wedding I want to have. Eventually, we want you to also get together with his mom to meet her. We're saving that for the last step of the whole process, though.
Okay, honey. Just let me know where to be and I'll be there. Oh, and of course, let me know if there's anything else I can help you with to get ready for the wedding.
Thanks, Mom. I really appreciate it. I'll let you know when we need help.
I still can't believe my precious little boy is getting married. It seems like just yesterday I was cradling him in my arms.
And now he's all grown up.
I know how you feel, Elaine. Sometimes it still shocks me to think that our Natalie has flown the nest as well. I still remember when she was a naughty little girl scribbling all over the walls with crayons. To think that she's now at the age where she's getting married and having a family of her own. Where does the time go, eh?
Dad, please, stop being so embarrassing.
Don't stop, Barry. I like hearing cute stories about when Nat was little.
Kids are such funny little creatures, aren't they? Well, playing around and being silly is all part of growing up healthy after all. No matter how much you dote on them, they always have a rebellious phase though, don't they? Johnny used to scream at me, "Mom, you just don't get me," and would slam his bedroom door. When he did that for the first time, it really was such a shock for me as a mother.
Natalie had a phase like that as well. Although you're fully aware as a parent that puberty is a difficult time and it's to be expected that your children will lash out, it doesn't stop you from getting upset about it. It's like your baby has been suddenly snatched away from you. Still, I think the wall scribbling incident was good in a way, as it helped us to discover Natalie's talent for drawing. I'm sure that even now those scribbles stick in her mind whenever she's drawing something for work. Yes. I heard that Natalie's work was something to do with drawing. Is that right? Yes, that's right. But to be honest, I'm not too sure exactly what her work involves. Why don't you tell Elaine about your work in more detail, Natalie?
To put it simply, I work in product design. Right now, I'm working as a designer for a cosmetics company. Oh, to tell you the truth, I never really thought you could make a real job out of drawing. The only thing that really comes to mind normally is those artists who have their work displayed in exhibitions. Actually, Matt has already had a few of her pieces featured in exhibitions before. Next up, the Louvre. You're right, that's never gonna happen. I appreciate the encouragement, though. I'm focusing a lot on my career now and don't have too much time for my own artwork. Either way, I'm perfectly satisfied with the work I'm doing right now. Ah, I see. By the way, Barry, I heard that you run your own company.
It's just a small company, but I'm earning enough to scrape by. Just enough so I don't have to worry too much in my old age. Oh, honey, you're so modest. You never give yourself enough credit. He's always downplaying it, but he works so hard and takes his work very seriously. He's always the first one to arrive at work and the last one to leave.
Well, it certainly seems that you two have always doted on Natalie. Don't you feel sad sending her off to get married?
Mom!
Johnny, this is a feeling that you'll only understand when you have kids of your own.
That's right. When I heard that Natalie was going to be getting married, I cried my eyes out, I'm telling you. But seeing how lovely our future son-in-law and his mother are, I feel more at peace.
I feel exactly the same. Don't you think that our kids are a match made in heaven?
Yes, we couldn't agree more. I feel like it must be fate that they met each other. We sure are lucky that they both grew up to be such good kids.
You sure are right about that.
Okay, Mom, you can stop now. You're embarrassing me.
All right, I got it. I'll shut my big mouth now.
We heard from Natalie that things are going smoothly with the wedding preparations. Have you heard much about it from Johnny?
Yes, he's a well-organized kid, so I'm sure that the two of them are handling things just fine.
We think so, too. Even so, if you guys are struggling with anything, don't hesitate to reach out to us, all right?
Yes, Mom. Thank you. We'll let you know if we need your help at all.
Well, shall we get going now, then? It's been lovely meeting you today, Elaine.
And you too. It's been a pleasure.
Well, I guess the next time we see you will be at the wedding.
Just hearing the word wedding makes me want to cry. I hope you'll welcome my Johnny into your family.
Of course we will. And we hope you'll do the same for our Natalie.
I'm so glad we finally finished with the photo shoot. I had no idea how hard it was going to be.
It must have been pretty uncomfortable, right? I also had no idea how uncomfortable wearing a suit would be, so I can only imagine it must have been worse for you.
It's okay. Being all dolled up made me feel much prettier than I normally do, which was a nice feeling.
What do you mean? You always look pretty.
Oh, please. I have seen myself in the mirror, you know. I know that I look like a completely different person all decked up like this. You need to get your eyes checked if you think the regular me is as pretty.
I'm telling you, you look pretty whatever you're wearing.
Look at you throwing compliments around like it's nothing. I'm all flustered now.
Well, what am I supposed to say if it's true that you're always pretty?
Whatever. Anyway, I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to wear this dress on the day. Just wearing it for the shoot has sapped all my energy.
At least it's spring and the weather is nice and cool.
You're right. If it was really hot or really cold, things would have been a million times worse.
It's a good thing that we opted for an indoor wedding and don't have to worry too much about the weather.
I really hate wearing high heels as well. It's so hard to keep my balance, so I end up just standing still like an idiot. What will I do if I fall over whilst walking down the aisle?
When you're walking down the aisle, you'll have your dad with you. And after that, you can just hold on to me. I promise I won't let you fall, so don't worry about it, okay?
Thanks, honey.
Don't mention it. But isn't it weird to think that we're actually going to be married soon? The reality is really starting to hit me now.
You think it's weird too? I really feel like I'm living in a dream right now. I didn't know that getting dressed up and taking pictures would make me feel so special.
Right? This shoot has made me look forward to spending the rest of my life with you even more.
Me too. We're going to have the best married life. I just know it.
Yes, I will do my best to make you happy. I'll work hard and become a husband that you can be proud of.
You're so cute. And I'll try my best to become a wife that you can be proud of.
I love you, Nat.
I love you too, honey.
Oh, I knew it was going to be hard choosing your dress, Natalie, but I had no idea that choosing my own dress would also be such a huge task. I should have started looking much earlier.
It's okay, Mom. Take your time and choose whichever dress you like.
I'm also not used to wearing fancy occasion dresses like these, so I'm not really sure what to choose.
Don't worry, Elaine. You don't need to worry either. I can pick out one that I know will suit you.
It does ease my mind that you have an artistic eye, Natalie. I trust your judgment.
You can leave it to me, Elaine. Oh, Mom, I think a light colored dress would suit you more than a dark one. Let's look over this side.
Ah, they all look so pretty. I really don't know which one to choose. Will you choose for me, Natalie?
But Mom, you'll be the one wearing the dress, not me. It has to be something that you feel comfortable in.
Well, it's your wedding, so I want to wear whatever you think is prettiest. I'm not bothered about anyone else's opinions.
Well, how about this color? It's the one that would suit you the best in my opinion. Why don't you try it on, and if you don't like it, we can just choose another one?
You know more than I do about these things. I'll go and try it on now. So why don't you help Elaine choose her dress whilst you wait for me?
Okay, Mom. Go ahead.
Natalie, could you let me know what you think of this dress?
Yes, Elaine! Oh, wow. This color really suits you. It really complements your complexion.
I always spend so much time worrying about what I should wear, so it's funny that I've picked out a nice dress for the wedding on my first try.
You have great taste, Elaine.
Aw, you flatter me. By the way, may I ask, is your mom not interested in makeup at all?
Oh, no. My mom is quite frugal, so she normally doesn't buy makeup. I normally buy it for her without telling her the price. This is just between us, though.
Ah, I see. But she's the wife of a CEO. Shouldn't she be seen to be making a little bit more of an effort?
It's really not a big company, and my dad is quite a frugal person too, so the two of them are well suited to each other.
Ah, I see. By the way, did you take leave from work to come here today, as it's a weekday?
Ah, well, I actually quit my job recently.
You quit your job? Oh my goodness. But isn't it hard to find another job these days in the current economic climate? We are in a recession, you know.
You don't need to worry about that, Elaine. I'm sure I'll be able to find a new job in no time.
Natalie, I finished trying the dress on. Will you come and take a look?
Oh, wow. Mom, you look amazing. Take a look in the mirror. It suits you so well. Oh my goodness. It is true that clothes really can change a person. I never knew I could look so nice. It's not the clothes. It's because you're naturally beautiful, Mom. Oh, you flatter me. Has Elaine chosen her dress yet, by the way? Yeah, she picked one out just now. I didn't even help her out or anything. She immediately chose one that suited her really well. Oh, wow. You have impeccable taste, Elaine. Not really. Since we finished shopping, how about we all go and get a coffee together or something? Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't think I'll have the time today. Oh, really? That's a shame. It will probably be difficult to find a time to meet up between now and the wedding. I know, but it can't be helped. Something urgent came up, so I'm going to have to rush off. Oh, Elaine! Yes, what is it? Oh, it's nothing, sorry. See you later! Okay, bye-bye now. What's wrong, Natalie? It's just that earlier she never said anything about having somewhere to be, but she suddenly said that something urgent had come up. Do you think we made her uncomfortable somehow? Of course not. You're just letting your nerves get the better of you and you're starting to imagine things. You think so? That's a relief then. Let's hurry up and head home too. I'm getting a bit tired now. Okay, let's go home. Thanks for today, Mom. Hey, what's up, dude?
Yes. What is it?
I tried to get your attention quite a few times and you didn't hear me. What are you thinking about so intently that you're going off into a daze right in front of me, huh?
Was I in a daze? Sorry, honey. I was just thinking about a few things.
What things were you thinking about?
I was worrying about the house that we're planning on moving into after we're married. It looks like we might not be able to move in straight away.
Why? Did something happen?
Is everything okay with your family at the moment?
Huh? Oh yeah, everything's the same as ever. My dad is busy with work and all my mom does is ask me if the wedding preparations are going well.
The thing is, my mom has been really depressed lately, so I feel like it really isn't the time for me to ask her to give us the money she set aside to help us buy a house.
It's been a while already since we decided on the house, so I think if we wait any longer to pay the deposit, things might fall through. The money that my family is putting towards it won't even cover half the deposit. Is she really, really depressed? Is it really impossible to ask her for the money now?
No matter how many times I try and talk to her, she doesn't respond to me and just stays in her room all by herself. She's eating fine, but she keeps trying to avoid talking to me.
I guess just the two of you have lived together for such a long time now. Do you think she's upset because of how lonely she's going to be when you move out? My mom often talks about how she's going to be so lonely she won't know what to do with herself when I get married.
I don't think that's the case, because she said she was okay with it and we talked about it before. I promised I'd live with her to take care of her until I got married, but she could just be pretending to be okay with everything. She said that you gave a really good impression and that you were nice, so she wasn't worried about me moving out and getting married.
But maybe as we get closer to the wedding, she has started to realize that she's actually not okay with it.
That could be it. But my mom has always been someone who would never just ignore people, so this has really shocked me. I gave her quite a generous amount of money each month, but instead of spending it on food, she would always prioritize clothes and makeup.
I guess she's been through more than I thought.
Yeah, she never wanted us to appear as if we were struggling because my dad wasn't around and obviously worried about this all the time.
But you told her that you'd keep sending her money even after we get married, and I already said that I was on board with that. If we can stop her from worrying about this, then maybe it will make her a bit more relaxed.
Thanks for worrying about her. And sorry about all this. I know it's not the easiest thing to talk about.
It's okay. I completely understand your situation, honey. My dad is still working, so we don't need to worry too much about money on my side. Don't fret about it, okay?
The thing is, Nat, I never really understood my mom when I was little.
Why was that?
We never really had that much to eat, but she always had a lot of clothes and makeup. I thought that maybe she didn't love me, or that she resented the fact that she had to raise me. But I guess that was my mom's way of showing her love for me. She wanted to raise me to never be ashamed of our family by focusing on keeping up appearances.
Oh, honey. That must have been so hard for you.
It was hard, but that was until I was able to understand my mom. Things are fine now.
Let's go visit your mom as often as we can after we get married. You're her only child, so you need to make sure she doesn't get lonely in her old age. I'll also try my best to look after her.
Thanks, Nat. You've done so much for me. I don't know if I'll ever be able to repay you.
Oh, honey, don't worry about it. We're getting married. It's natural to do these things for each other. You do so much for me as well.
I really don't feel like I do, though. I feel like you're always the one doing things for me. Hang on a second. My mom's calling me. It's as if she knew we were talking about her. I'll just quickly take this.
Is she okay?
Out of nowhere, she said she has something to tell us. She said to bring you and head home right away.
Right now? All of a sudden?
It's a bit weird. I have no idea what this could be about. Are you sure you're okay to come with me right now?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Great. I am a bit worried about her now, so let's get going.
Elaine, we're here!
Come on right in. Mom, what on earth have you ordered this time? You bought a lot of makeup again.
Oh, that. It's nothing special. I just ran out of the stuff I was using, that's all. Anyway, why don't the two of you take a seat? Oh, yes, of course.
So, why did you suddenly call and tell us to come over, Mom?
I've had a lot on my mind recently, and I'm sure you've noticed, Johnny.
Of course I've noticed. You've been spending all day in your room and you don't even come out when I call you.
I've been thinking about you, son.
You've been thinking about me?
That's right. I worked so hard to raise you by myself. You have no idea how much I've suffered trying to make sure nobody tried to look down on you for not having a dad.
But I do know how much you've done for me, Mom, and I'm really grateful for you.
No, what you know isn't everything. Do you know why I worked so hard? It was also that everything would go well for you. I thought that after I saw you get a good job, bring a nice girl home and get married, I would have done all that I could possibly do for you. But there is still something else that I need to do for you.
What are you trying to say, Mom?
Do you know that Natalie just quit her job?
Natalie quit her job?
I knew it! How could you not know something like that when you're about to marry her? No, that's not it. It's not your fault that she didn't tell you about it. Elaine, if you're going to bring that up, there's something else I need to tell you. No! I won't hear any more from you! Mom! Pipe down! I'm trying to save you from throwing your life away on her. So, were you planning on waiting until after you were married to tell my son that you quit your job? Were you planning on leeching off my son's salary from then on out, were you? No, of course not. I can explain. Or were you planning to just sit at home doing your silly little drawings? Or are you planning on using your husband's money to set up an exhibition or whatever it is they call it? Thinking about how you're going to chip away at my son's money once you're married makes me think that you really aren't as nice as you make yourself out to be. You should never judge by appearances, after all.
Mom, you're being way too hard on her right now.
Well, do you think that it's normal to quit your job whilst preparing for marriage and not even say anything to your soon-to-be husband? Wake up, boy. You're deluded.
I know that Natalie would have her reasons.
Did you not think for a second that her explanation might be nothing but a bunch of excuses? I always thought that I raised you well, but maybe I've made a mistake raising you to be this naive. I can't just sit by and be comfortable with this situation. Elaine, this is a serious misunderstanding. Please just give me the chance to explain myself. I really don't have the time to bother listening to the likes of you make excuses.
But Mom,
you just be quiet. Anyway, I can't give my blessing for this marriage. Even so, I'll give you a chance, Natalie.
I want to see proof that you've gone and got a new job. If you do, then the marriage can go ahead. But until then, I'm not going to do anything for you, and I am definitely not going to let you see my son.
How would you like me to prove to you that I found a new job? And you've misunderstood the whole situation about me quitting. I never once thought about stopping work as soon as I got married to Johnny. I told you that I was going to get a new job soon.
I already really can't stand you artsy types, thinking you can make a career out of something so frivolous and stupid. So I'm surprised that you have the audacity to talk back to me as much as you are. Mom, please. Honestly, I'm so ashamed that I want to just say I won't allow this marriage to go ahead at all. But I'm actually giving you a chance here.
What can I do to reassure you?
I need to see that you've got yourself a new job. Well, whether you've got yourself a new job that is suitable for the woman who is going to be marrying my son, that is. You know what I mean, Natalie. A real job, not another one of your useless art escapades.
Fine, I get it.
Until then, don't even think about trying to meet up with Johnny. Don't even try to contact him. I would rather die than see my poor son deceived and falling victim to excuses. Nat, wait a second. Let's talk about this a little more. My mom is only saying this stuff because she's a bit sensitive right now. She doesn't really mean it.
I'm leaving now. Please don't follow me. I don't want to cause any more misunderstandings with your mom.
That's right, Johnny. Don't you go after her. Mom, seriously, why on earth are you acting like this all of a sudden? What's happened to you? Are you raising your voice at me right now? This is all for your own good. All I'm doing is trying my best to help you. You're blinded by love and clearly not in your right mind right now. Of course you're not capable of thinking properly for yourself. Do I look like a helpless little kid to you? I'm an adult mom. I'm capable of looking after myself. Well, it seems to me that you still have some growing up to do. You sit down now. If you dare follow her, I will wash my hands of you as my son.
Goodbye, Elaine.
There really is no need for this. Nat, please don't leave yet. And Mom, what has gotten into you? Please just calm down for a second. Goodbye, Natalie. When you've done what I asked, you can contact me through Johnny.
Okay, I will. Bye, Johnny. Take care of yourself, okay?
Nat, wait up. How much longer are you just gonna sit there staring off into space, Nat? Why don't you tell me what the problem is?
Sorry to be acting like this when I'm the one who asked you to meet up.
I was a little worried about you because you called me all of a sudden saying something was up but wouldn't even tell me what it was. You're always like this when something big has happened. You always keep your mouth shut about it even though it's obvious how much it's bothering you.
I do?
Yeah, you do.
That's exactly what Johnny does. I guess we really are two peas in a pod.
Hey, why are you crying? Are you okay? Did something really bad happen?
I really don't think I'm gonna be able to go through with this marriage, Claire.
I knew it. I knew it was gonna be something to do with the wedding. A bunch of problems always crop up the closer you get to the date. But to hear that you don't want to go through with the marriage at all? What on earth could have happened to make you say something like that?
Well, I quit my job recently.
What does that have to do with any of this?
Johnny's mom said she won't allow the wedding to go ahead if I don't prove to her that I've got a new job.
What is her problem? It's not like you're some lazy bum with no prospects. It's inevitable that you'll find a new job soon enough. I really don't get why she's so hung up on this.
Thanks, Claire. I really needed to hear that.
There's no need to thank me. Everyone knows that you're a super hardworking person and you try your best to never cause trouble for people around you. I'm sure you must have had a perfectly good reason for quitting your job.
When you describe me, it really sounds like you're describing Johnny. I guess we're more alike than I thought.
You know, I actually thought you guys looked pretty alike when I first saw him. But the fact that your personalities are the same too. You guys really are made for each other, huh?
Well, that's why I thought that everything was gonna work out. Johnny is such a nice and loyal guy. I thought that as long as the two of us were together, anything would be possible. But I had no idea that us getting married would lead to a problem like this.
My head's still reeling a bit about the whole situation. Can you tell me the whole story from the beginning?
So, when I first told Johnny's mom that I quit my job, she didn't look too happy about it. But I tried not to read too much into it and didn't let it bother me. But then she called me over to her house.
And then what happened?
She started accusing me of plotting to leech off Johnny's money in order to live an easy life, or wanting to use it to fund an exhibition instead of working.
An exhibition? I thought that was always just a thing you said you'd maybe do in the distant future after you're retired. Plus, you've already had your art featured a few times before.
Yeah, it is always what I said. But she's obviously completely misunderstood the situation.
How can she just completely twist the narrative like that? Were you at least able to explain yourself to her?
Nope, not at all.
What?
Why? She didn't even give me a chance to get a word in.
What a crazy woman. Did Johnny at least step in and try and defuse the situation?
No, he's not too great at standing up to his mom. He was just kind of caught up in the middle, standing there acting all flustered.
Even if it's his mum he's dealing with, how could he not stand up for the woman he's supposed to be marrying?
Right? I got the feeling that he had been doted on a little bit too much by his mom during that exchange. But at the same time, I know that he is very attached to her, and it would be hard for him to see how much she has been manipulating him this whole time.
But if you won't take your side against her now, that doesn't bode well at all for when you're married. It does make me worry a little for you.
But you know what? I was actually strangely okay with the whole situation. I thought that as long as I deal with it and explain myself well, I would be able to solve the problem. After all, my ethos has always been that you can do anything as long as you try your hardest.
You are way too optimistic, Nat.
I know. I think the main problem was me too nonchalantly blurting out that I'd quit my job in front of her. I hadn't even told Johnny at that point. But I just had so much on my plate at the time, and I just ended up saying I would solve everything, even if I don't know how.
Well, you've never been the type of person to jump into something without thinking, so I have faith in you.
But, you know, the situation has really made me realize that Johnny being such a nice guy is not entirely a good thing. He couldn't even mediate between us when his mom was backing me into a corner, so I'm worried that he won't ever be able to have my back if something like that happens again. Their mother-son relationship is a little bit too based on codependency.
So I do think that when the chips are down, he won't be able to do anything for me if it's his mom we're dealing with. You know that this kind of mother-son relationship is not normal when the son is well into his 30s, right?
Yeah, I do know. Call me naive, but I thought that maybe things would get better with time.
You're completely out of your mind. Wake up, girl!
But there was just this one thing that made me think that I'm not going to be able to go ahead with the wedding.
Wait. So what you're saying is that you can deal with all the crazy stuff you just talked about, and that something else is the reason you think you can't go through with the wedding? Just take a deep breath and listen to me for a second, okay?
Okay.
Oh, sweetie, don't cry. This is the first time I've ever seen you cry so much. You're always so strong. What on earth could it be that's making you this upset?
She belittled my career, dismissed me as one of those artsy types, and said that my work is frivolous and stupid. She told me to go and get a real job.
What? Who thinks like that these days? There are so many amazing jobs in the art field.
It just really hurt to hear that from someone who's meant to be welcoming me into her family. It made me so mad.
I would be mad if I were you. She's crazy. There are some things that you just don't say to people.
I'm lucky to have always received support from my parents regarding my career. They supported me wholeheartedly when I told them that I wanted to pursue a career in art. My parents have always been proud of my job.
As they should. You worked really hard to get where you are now.
I just felt as if she didn't just insult me. She insulted my parents and all the love and support they gave me in my career. I really resented Johnny for not being able to say anything in my defense in that situation. That's why I feel I can't marry him. How can I marry into a family that has so little respect for my career?
Well, I guess you should call off the wedding then.
Do you think so?
Yeah? Isn't that what you wanted to hear? You think it's the right decision for you, your family, and your future?
We talked about how Johnny and I are quite alike, right? My parents have always liked the fact that we're alike. But I guess Johnny's mom didn't like that at all.
She is far too judgy. I'm glad that you could tell me all this and get it off your chest.
You know what, Claire? I really think that I can't just call off the wedding like this. I know I might be seen as a pushover, but when Johnny and my parents have done so much for me and put so much towards this wedding, I don't want to just disregard all that.
I get it, Nat. It's going to be hard, but however you decide to approach calling off the wedding, I'll have your back. At the end of the day, this is your wedding. You can be in full control of how things go from here on out.
Thanks, Claire. Thank you so much for listening to my downer of a story. I really needed some comforting. I'm so grateful for you.
If you're so grateful, you can stop crying now, eh? And let's just say you owe me a drink later, okay?
Okay. Thank you again.
No need to thank me. That's what friends are for. Mom, please talk to me. I have nothing to say to you. Why are you still being like this? Natalie isn't someone who takes thoughtless actions, and she's definitely not the person you think she is. And what kind of person is that exactly? The kind of person who gets married only to fritter away their husband's money like it's nothing. Mom, I'm telling you, she is not that kind of person. Well, you're just a naive little boy who can't see the truth. Did you think that Natalie was really just a nice person like you are? Well, I saw right through her little act. Mom, I think I know Natalie better than you do. If you know her so well, then how come you didn't know that she'd quit her job then? I told you she isn't the sort of person who would do that without a good reason. She was perfectly ready to explain herself to you, but you wouldn't let her. Well, of course I didn't, because I knew that you would believe every word of whatever tall story she decided to tell. Do you seriously think that she has never lied to you? Of course I don't. Natalie would never lie to me. Well, I'm pretty sure she has. Mom, please. We've been together for 5 years. We have nothing to hide from each other. And what makes you think that exactly? Well, because I have nothing to hide from her. What does that have to do with anything? How does that prove that she doesn't have anything to hide from you? Mom, how come you have so little trust in people? I trust her wholeheartedly. Why don't you trust anyone? Well, I trust no one except you. And look at where your trust got you. You ended up entrapped by that calculating woman you placed your trust in. It's my job as your mother to put myself on the line and shield you from people like her. Mom, seriously. Natalie is not a bad person. I told you she will have her reasons and she will be able to explain it all to us in a rational way. We need to hear her out. Did you not see? When she left the house last time she was here, her eyes were full of venom and malice. If I hadn't figured out what an awful woman she is, you would have been in real trouble, my son. Mom, honestly, at this point it just seems like you never want me to get married. Of course I want you to get married. I just wish you had chosen a nice, suitable girl instead of the one who caused all this trouble for us. I said before, didn't I? Seeing you married off would be the final step in fulfilling my duty to you as a mother. But seriously, why did you have to fall for this lying, silly little artsy girl? Wait, Natalie messaged me. She's done exactly what you told her to do and is asking us to come and see her new workplace. Are you happy now? Well, I don't know what web of lies she's going to spin this time, so I guess I'll just have to go with you and see for myself. Can you just stop assuming the worst of her for 5 minutes, please? Let's just go and see her new company. Please don't try and start something. If she tells the truth, I won't have anything else to say on the matter. The building looks pretty nice, I must say. I suppose the office must be around here somewhere. See? Does this put your mind at ease? No, not yet. I have to see everything in order to know whether this place is up to standard.
Where do we go now? She said it's Unit 220 of this building. Oh, everything from Unit 501 onwards is all one company. Oh, so it is. Unit 220. Oh, it's here. Nat! Hey, Johnny. Hello, Elaine. I hope you're well. So, is this the company you want to show me? Yes. First, you need to put on these lanyards to show that you're visitors to the company. Normally, visitors can't come into the main office, but I received special permission to let you guys come in. Nat. What is it? I'm sorry. What are you sorry for? I feel like this whole situation is all my fault. Well, strictly speaking, it's not really your fault, so don't worry about it. Elaine, what are your thoughts on the company? Does it meet your standards? It's all right. So what work are you doing at this company exactly? I'm doing what an artsy type would naturally do. I design products, I draw. Well, you know the rest. Are you disrespecting me right now? No, of course not. I'm just using your words to explain what I'm doing here. I thought it would help you to understand better. Oh, and by the way, the CEO is waiting for you in his office, so if you would be so kind as to come this way. The CEO is waiting for us? Yeah. He's a busy man, though, so let's not keep him waiting. It's fine. We don't need to be wasting the CEO's precious time. I'm sure that you've already seen enough to satisfy you, right, Mom? No, he insists that you come and see him. As I said, he's on a tight schedule, so let's hurry up and head to his office now. All right, let's go and see him then. Sir, there are some visitors here to see you.
All right, you can bring them on in now. Wait a second. Barry?
What's going on here? As I said, this is the CEO of our company. I can see that! How can you be so insolent as to pull something like this? Is this not what you wanted to see? You said you were curious to see my new company. Well, here we are. So you're not only planning to leech off my son, you're now leeching off your own father as well.
Mom, please be quiet. Barry, I am so sorry about her. Our company needed a designer, so I decided to ask Natalie to fill the position. Although she is my daughter, I wouldn't call this nepotism. I chose her for this role fairly because she is simply the most skilled and qualified person for the job.
If you were planning on hiring her from the beginning, why didn't you just say so? Why did you have to bring me here and embarrass me like this?
I don't know what you think is so wrong about the whole situation, but so to avoid it seeming like Natalie was getting special treatment, I told her not to tell anyone that she was moving to her father's company. I told her not to let the other employees know that she's my daughter either. But I do think they may have cottoned on. Barry, I am so sorry that things have ended up like this.
What on earth are you apologizing for? Wasn't it your duty as a fiancé to let Johnny know that you had been hired by your father's company? Even if I'd said something, would you have been happy with that, Elaine? Surely you would have just thought that I was choosing to work for my dad just so that I could mess around and earn money doing nothing.
I would never think that about you, Nat. You could have told me and there wouldn't have been any problems.
I just wanted to move to my dad's company without a big fuss being made. And even if I had told you, would you not have just gone and told your mom straight away? Do you think that things would have turned out differently from this if I had told you in advance? I certainly don't think so.
I know that family is more important than anything, but Johnny, you're all grown up now. You really shouldn't let your mother have this much control over your life. I strongly believe that if someone has something they want to say, they should stand firm on their own 2 feet and make their own case.
Are you trying to say that you think I didn't raise my son well?
Yes, that is exactly what I am saying. After seeing how Johnny was too afraid of you, his own mother, to stand up for himself or for Natalie in this situation, it's fully confirmed my suspicions.
Wow. Your entire family is crazy, aren't you? As soon as my son told me he was going to marry a silly artsy girl, I just knew it. A family that raises a child who thinks it's okay to have a career like that is obviously backwards.
Mom, can you please stop saying things like that? You just be quiet and know your place. How are you going to go through with a wedding when it's obvious this family is full of manipulative meddlers?
Oh, I'm definitely not going through with the wedding now. The main reason I've called you two here today is to break off the engagement.
What did you just say? I don't have time for any more of your sick games.
I don't think you're in any position to say that when you've just blatantly insulted my family. I always thought that Johnny had grown up in a happy and healthy environment just like I did. But now I know that that was definitely not the case. And as my husband, I would need Johnny to be more than just a nice guy. I would need him to be able to stand up for me and defend me when other people are saying awful things about me, even if that person is his mother. Now I can see the truth. That Johnny is just a little mama's boy who can't do anything without his mom.
Are you out of your mind?
No. Actually, I think I'm more sound of mind right now than I have been in a long time. Now, can we just go ahead and agree that we should call off the wedding?
Elaine, Natalie told me everything you said to her, and they are definitely not words to be taken lightly. After knowing what your priorities are, it's clear to me that if my wife had appeared all decked up in nice makeup and jewelry, and if we were running a big company instead of this little one, your attitude towards us would have been completely different, wouldn't it?
How dare you judge me like that?
Just who do you think you are? If we're talking about judgment, didn't you take it upon yourself to judge Natalie and our family? Just as your son is precious to you, my daughter is precious to me, and I won't stand by and watch her be treated like this.
You need to wake up and realize that the world doesn't revolve around you, Elaine. You are not special. What makes you think that you have the right to judge our family?
Well, I don't think I've done anything wrong. All I've done is state cold, hard facts.
You insult my career. You insult my parents by implying they didn't raise me right by letting me pursue such a useless career path. What part of that do you think is okay?
Did I say anything that's untrue? And if you hadn't hidden the truth about moving to your dad's company, then I wouldn't have had to say any of those things.
But you would still have been thinking them, wouldn't you? I'm so grateful that this has all come to light before we got married. I would have been in real trouble if I'd married Johnny oblivious to what an awful person his mother was, and then have you make my life miserable.
I've discussed everything with my daughter, and calling off the wedding is a done deal on our end. I invited you here because I was so outraged at the thought that my daughter wasn't able to explain herself, and I wanted to give her a comfortable environment in which she could confidently break off the engagement. If you have any opinions about the way we have decided to handle things, I would kindly encourage you to keep them to yourself. Barry, I promise, I'll persuade my mom to come around. Please just don't say that you'll break off the engagement like this. Johnny, I would say I'm quite a good judge of character, and I'm confident when I say that I really don't think anything you do or say will persuade your mother to apologize to us. Hold on a second. Apologize? Why on earth do I need to apologize to anyone? I've told you a million times. Natalie is the one who caused the situation by not saying anything about moving to her father's company. If she had just said something, none of this would have happened. I really don't know what I've done wrong, and I don't think I have anything to apologize for. Mom? Mom? Are you okay? Natalie, I think we need to call 911.
I'm not going to make the call. Her son can take care of her. It's nothing to do with me, so I'm gonna head back to work now.
It's okay. I'll make the call.
I'm sorry, Dad.
What are you sorry for? I'm grateful that you were able to confide in me and tell me everything that's been going on. It scares me to think what would have happened if we didn't find out about all this and I just let you marry into this crazy family.
Thank you so much, Dad.
No worries, sweetheart. Now go on. Get back to work. Nat!
Johnny? What are you doing back here?
I've been waiting for another chance to talk to you.
How's your mom?
She's in the emergency room, but she's fine. It's nothing major.
Then why don't you go and look after her then? I have no idea why you'd come back here when your precious mommy is in the emergency room still.
Nat, please, can't we just talk about this a little more?
I've already said everything I need to say. I don't know what else you want from me.
Is this really the end for us? You said that you loved me. We said that we were going to be happy together.
Well, apparently just feeling those things and saying those things isn't enough to make a marriage work. Marriage isn't child's play, you know. With marriage, our families become involved with each other too, and we can't just be thinking about what the two of us want anymore. And I won't accept the way your mom has been treating me and my family.
I'll try my best to persuade her to come around. I promise she isn't normally this kind of person. She's just a little confused right now.
She didn't seem confused at all when she was insulting me to my face.
That was just a momentary blip. She always liked you before.
How do you know that? How do you know that she hasn't always secretly hated me? And I've never heard of anybody so viciously cursing someone out just because they were confused. The whole thing was calculated and malicious on her part because she couldn't bear to be parted from her precious son, least of all to someone unworthy like me.
But we love each other. I know that you still love me.
I do. But what am I supposed to do when you and your mom are so inseparable? I've come to learn that there's no space for me to squeeze in between you two. Even though I do still love you, there is no way that I could ever love your mom, and she would always be in the way of our relationship.
From now on, I'll stand up for myself and for you. I'll make sure that this never happens again. I promise.
I don't believe for a second that you can do that.
Is there no way that you can give me another chance? I'm begging you.
Are you willing to choose me over your mom then?
Yes, I swear. I really don't want to risk losing you. After everything we've been through, I realize now more than ever how much you mean to me. I'm sorry I wasn't a good partner to you before, but I promise that I'll take your side from now on.
I want to believe you, but I'm not sure if I can yet. I'll give you one final chance to come to my side. You better not blow it or I'm seriously going to end things.
Yes, I promise. What can I do to show you how serious I am?
I have something that I'm working on that I'm going to bring up to your mom. I'm 100% sure she's going to insult me and say it's stupid. I want you to defend me after I tell her and she inevitably says that design and drawing is pointless. Do you think you can do that?
Yes, of course I can. But can you please wait a little bit until she's out of the hospital? In the state she's in right now, she might seriously drop dead when I choose her side over hers.
That's fine. I'll wait a little while until I hear she's out. I want to warn you ahead of time, though. This is the last time I ever want to speak to her.
I understand.
Hello, Elaine. I hope you're feeling better.
Well, if it isn't Little Miss Nepotism, don't pretend like you care about me. You're the one that caused all this.
You're still going on about me only getting my job because of my father? I thought we made it clear it's because I'm good at what I do.
You can say whatever you want, but it's not going to make me believe it. I know you're just trying to manipulate Johnny to get money out of him. You're a liar, and I really doubt you got a job at your dad's company for any reason other than you're related.
Funny you should say that. I actually have something that I want to show you. What do you think of this? It's actually a pretty old piece that I made back in college. It was before I transitioned into digital design and illustration.
What is this? It looks like you just poured some paint on a canvas. I'm pretty sure a blindfolded monkey could do the same thing.
You really think that? You don't see any value in making art like this?
None whatsoever. It's a pointless, worthless hobby that will lead to nothing. Do you think you're Picasso or something? Millions of people want to become famous artists, but it never works out. The odds of becoming successful from art are basically zero.
That may be so, but Johnny actually really likes it.
I highly doubt that. And even if he said he liked it, I bet he was just lying to you to be nice.
You think so? Well, he's actually sitting right next to me reading these texts, and he said he really does like it. Let me invite him into this chat so he can tell you himself.
Mom, I really like this painting that she made, and I think you're being out of line. Johnny! You don't need to lie. I know that someone as sophisticated as you would never like a piece of garbage like this. The only piece of garbage around here is you. Why do you feel the need to be so rude to the person I love? I almost lost her because of you, you know. From now on, I'm not going to tolerate your terrible insults. I love Natalie, and I won't stand for anyone mistreating her, even if it's my own mother. From now on, I'm cutting you out of my life. I'll have you know, by the way, that this exact painting is what made me fall in love with Natalie. I met her at the art exhibition where it was being displayed and fell in love with her on the spot. What are you saying? Is she making you say all this? I just can't believe it. My Johnny would never say anything so ridiculous. I bet this is Natalie writing all of this. Give him his phone back. No, it's me, and I'm serious. We've had enough of you.
Thanks for sticking up for me, Johnny. By the way, Elaine, there's a reason why I showed you that painting before. Look familiar? This is the professional soccer team from our city, who actually just won the championship last season. The owner of the club saw my painting and liked it so much he wanted to design this season's jerseys after it. I was a little shy at first because it was such an old piece, but the owner was so in love with it he insisted, so I agreed to let them use my design. Still think art is pointless? By the way, I got a very nice six-figure payday from this and will have more passive income for the rest of my life on all jersey sales.
Are you serious? They actually made those jerseys from your stupid painting.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Now the value of that stupid painting has gone through the roof. I have 3 separate appraisers coming to look at it soon, but I'm already getting offers for tens of thousands of dollars for it. Not that I'll ever sell it because it has sentimental value. Like Johnny said, it's the reason why we met in the first place. Guess it wasn't so stupid after all, huh?
This is the reason she got a job at her dad's company. She's extremely skilled at her job, and pretty much everyone in the city knows it. I don't believe this. All from some stupid scribbling on a canvas. Well, due to recent events, I've decided to change my mind. I now give you permission to marry my son, and I don't think you are trying to manipulate him.
You've got to be kidding. Could you be any more obvious? You just want a cut of the money now that you know I'm the real deal. Get lost, you old hag.
Excuse me? Johnny, are you going to let her talk to me this way? Yeah, I am, you greedy old woman. We're done with you. I can't believe this. You're being so unfair.
I don't see it that way. This is what you get for constantly looking down on me and making crazy accusations. Like Johnny said, we were on the verge of breaking up because of you. Anyway, this is the end of the conversation. I just wanted to let you know Johnny wants nothing to do with you and we're going to be rolling in cash from now on. You, on the other hand, get a red card from us. Off you go! Once the soccer jerseys I designed got released, they sold out in seconds. Everyone was saying it was the best-looking design they've seen in a long time. Plus, it's being used as streetwear in addition to soccer fans wearing it. Some time has passed and we successfully had a wedding. Of course, Elaine wasn't there. It just goes to show you should never judge someone prematurely. Otherwise, you'll end up looking like an idiot like she did. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.